Hey guys, Gamer of Gamers in the Zone, and welcome to another episode of Epic Battle Fantasy 4. In the last episode, we had made it to the end of the Crystal Caverns, and now we're going to be entering the next village here. So, this is our next kind of village in the game. So, unlike the previous game, this game has the improvement of having more than just one village. Ah, sunlight, finally. Whoa, that's too bright. I think I'm gonna get snow blindness. Anyway, there's that. A lot to do here. I would say to get started, while our stats are still full, let's go ahead and fight this wave of enemies here. We have Snowmen Slimes now. Okay. Let's see what these guys are about. We have the Snow Slimes. A very weak enemy that only uses standard attacks. Okay, so these guys should be simple. Do I have any widespread attacks yet? If not, I'll probably just, it doesn't look like it, so let's go ahead and whip out Matt at this time. Since Matt, has the Swift Slash ability. And then cast a relatively simple fire spell. These guys shouldn't be too tough. Stuff. Of course they do that. Alright, let's start with the electric attack on this one. And cast another fire spell on that one. And we can focus more towards individually attacking these guys. So let's go ahead and whip out Lance. Have him quickly take out that guy. Bringing out the next wave, which once again is more enemies that can be easily beaten with widespread attacks. So let's go ahead and whip Matt back out for this. And let's see here, zap that one to stun them. And they immediately go straight to weakening our attack power, making Matt pretty much pathetic here. So let's get him off the battlefield so we can have Natalie start casting some more fire spells. So let's start with this one. Oh, that wasn't enough to take him out. Okay. Alright, of course those guys go out in one hit, so they should go out quickly. Nolex just straight up took that one out. So let's attack that one. Okay, regular attacks are still fairly weak, so let's maybe not resort to that just yet, but this flame spell should take that last one out. Relatively simple enemies so far. Up next, North Crystal Caverns, West Whitefall Town, East the Waste Disposal Plant. You just came out of the Crystal Caverns? Welcome to Whitefall then. You best grab something warm to eat. You look exhausted. Okay, nothing else to say. So let's head on down here and see what's going on here. Oh no, we were too slow. The jewel's already been taken. Whoever did this must be pretty fast to get here before us, considering they left Greenwood just before we did. Green-haired girl. Green-haired girl. I think it's time you told us what these stones do. Alright then, but some of this stuff may be hard to believe. If it's even true. Our legends go like this. In the beginning, there was a single divine being. Her name was Godcat, but Godcat was lonely, so she created the heavens and the earth, and all the creatures who inhabit it. She then created cats in her own image, and gave them dominion over the land, and over all other creatures. You're saying that a cat created the world for more cats? This sounds like some insane bedtime story. You're a crazy person. Shh, let her continue. This might have something to do with that glowing cat we saw earlier. Anyway, Godcat created all cats, and for thousands of years, cats ruled the earth. They built great civilizations and had developed advanced technology, but they eventually became too friendly with humans. Godcat was jealous of this new alliance of cats and humans. She destroyed all that the cats had built. Godcat's greatest creation was no longer worthy of her image. So she took away their arms and legs, and that's how they have remained to this day. So that's why cats don't have legs? No legs. I'm so sorry to hear about your abusive creator. Meow. Godcat then departed this world, and they say she left behind only these 3 jewels. For generations, humans have protected the jewels and kept them apart from each other, as they feared that Godcat would return if the jewels were ever brought together again. So we have to stop Godcat from being revived then, since she'll probably destroy the world again. Surely you guys have seen ancient ruins on your travels, right? Ruins full of statues of cats? This could all be true. Oh yeah, that's right. We visited some really old ruins in the desert in the previous game. They were full of cats. That is true. There were cat ruins back in Epic Battle Fantasy 3, and if you're not entirely sure, you're free to go back and check, but it was like in the desert section. I think there were also some traits of something like that, maybe in like the second Epic Battle Fantasy as well. And for all that I know, potentially even the first one, with some qualities there. But those ones are a bit older, and still are, I'm pretty sure up to this day, only available on Armor games. So those ones, I'm not entirely sure how much logic is involved in those these days. I don't really know what to make of all of this. But yep, we're at the village, but we're too late as the jewel here had been taken. So once again, we have another slime cat that will allow us to teleport to that little fast travel place. We have another enemy over here. Something that was initially a boss in the previous game, which is interesting. It's the last woolly mammoth. Don't kill it, we can capture it. Okay, so that guy's stunned. Here's my question. Can it be stunned? That's what I want to know. It does not look like it. So let's go ahead and have Lance whip out Scanbot to see how this is. Because this was initially a boss back in Epic Battle Fantasy 3. The woolly mammoth, the last of its species because it tastes delicious, uses earth and ice attacks. I mean, I don't entirely think it's... Well, I'm sure food is like a big thing involved with hunting stuff, but I'm interested in knowing... Oh yeah, this guy's attacks hits heavy, so you're gonna want to be very careful against it. So maybe what I'll do here to get started is I'll have Matt raise our defenses, because we're gonna need some high defenses against this guy. Alright then, okay, what's this guy's probability of being stunned? Not very high. So I think I'm going to have Anna focus on the side enemies. Oh, I don't want to hurt it. Oh, that's clever. Trying to convince us not to hurt it, which weakens our attack power. Clever. Very clever. Alright, let's phone it. Let's finish up on taking out these remaining enemies, so they're not a nuisance. And keep trying to raise the defenses, so we don't act, so that way we can progress forward and eventually take him out. Alright, one more attack there, and that should take them out. And this should max out our defenses, so that should... It's being quite uncooperative. I think we should beat it up until it calms down or cries itself to sleep. Okay, well that could have gone better. So why not for now have Matt revive Natalie, and then switch Natalie out for Lance, and have Lance cast, did he have a stronger attack? No, he doesn't. So we're kind of... So yeah, this is a really tough enemy. And considering the fact that we're at kind of a mostly equal amount of level, it's going to make this pretty tough. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this last enemy off screen. So let's cast... It's weak to almost anything, so I feel like even a regular attack could take it out. Yep, it does. Now I'm gonna keep having Anna try and... Well, actually, it's very rare that we use our poison attack, so I think this now would be a good time to show off some of our poison attacks while we're at it. And in the meantime, there's pretty much not much we can do since its attacks are super powerful. So let's initiate auto-revive on our companions here. Yes, that was a very good move. Metal earned, extra lives. Did I forget I had that summon? Well, anyway, I know Anna has some other poison abilities. Ah, yes, one based around her weapon. So the piercing shot, that's right. As well as the Ivy, which isn't the most powerful thing in the world, but it's something. So let's keep some auto-revives in place there. Because there isn't really much we're going to be able to do to defend ourselves against this guy. So let's focus all out on fire and poison attacks on this guy. Very good thing I focused specifically on reviving, keeping Natalie revived, because, yeah, we're going to be here for a while, so we're going to need to remain constantly reviving. I'm certain we're not supposed to be facing this enemy this early on in the game, but I was in the mood, so, yeah. Let's try and keep poisoning it, actually, because poison is highly effective against it. Although it doesn't deal as much damage as the flame. And oh dear, it just got stunned. Natalie just got stunned, so let's move Natalie to the back for a little while. Which may be a bit of a problem. So let's go ahead then, and it's immune to being frozen, so Absolute Zero is going to be very useful. I don't think I got to use Mother Earth yet on this guy. So let me show you what Mother Earth is like. It's a decently powerful damage-dealing poison attack, as well as, of course, poisons targets. So, other than that, let's focus all out on the flame attacks. It's pretty much my best chance of winning at this point is simply by surviving. There we go, that was pretty good damage. So we're kind of left to just keep attacking with this for now. Which I don't know how long that's going to last, because something could easily end up killing us if we're not careful. Is Natalie done being stunned yet? Yes, she is. So that stagger is a good opening to unleash a powerful flame attack. So let's cast Fireball, which... Oh, now it's poisoned and burned. So this thing's massively damaged at this point. So I'd say we should be getting close to taking it down. Okay, Anna's down. Just a little bit more, and then that thing's finished. Don't worry about dying too much, you get used to it eventually. Alright, this ought to finish it off. And of course I end up being wrong. Which means that this thing's gonna dive the poison and Anna isn't gonna get any XP. We're still gonna eat it, right? That was the plan, yeah guys? No, that was not the plan. Look at that, everyone's getting all this XP. Matt and Natalie levels up, but now Anna's not gonna be at a high level. Because she was dead while we beat that thing. Anyway, we now have the ability to summon the Woolly Mammoth. Low accuracy, hits 3 times. This is a highly powerful summon. Even though one of our abilities, I think, already allowed us to summon the Mammoth. Wait, what was this? I think this is my favorite one so far. The years must have been hard to do. Oh, they're analyzing all the snowmen that were built. Yeah, you can interact with all the snowmen here in, well, most of them at least. And yeah, you can get some different reactions. But that pretty much leaves Anna to be the one at the lowest level now. Let's take a break and explore Whitefall Town. Let's take a break and explore. Whitefall Town should be just up ahead. I'm sure we'll find some information and plenty of new items in the shops. And if we're lucky, we'll find stuff we don't have to pay for. I didn't mean stealing is wrong. Haven't you learned your lesson yet? You'll get used to it, Anna. I sure had to. Alright, this, I think, is one of the more difficult puzzles in the game. Because you have to... All of these blocks are ice blocks, so you have to make sure you're correctly lining everything up here to where... Okay, that's not going to work. We'll want to move one there. And then... I know we're going to want to move one down here. So we can move that down there. Wait a minute. I have a feeling that I might have slightly messed up the puzzle. Can I move these blocks after moving them onto the X's? Okay, I can. But yeah, if I do that, though, then... Okay, this is a bit more confusing than I expected it to be. So I'm gonna need to figure some things out here. I can do that. And I don't want to place that in the corner well, no, let's leave the room, because I think I already messed up the puzzle. Let's try that again. Because, like, here's the thing. 3 of these is gonna require the use of placing down 2 ice blocks for each. So we have to place the last one there. And what makes it confusing is that if I put these in a position where wait, I think I just got it. And if so, then I might be good here. Oh, wait, okay, this may change a few things. Because I need something down there. Wait, I got it. Okay, let me restart one more time. Because these are some very confusing puzzles, but I think it involves a lot of moving stuff into the right spots, because the strategy I'm utilizing involves a lot of heavy reliance off other blocks. But I think I can prepare something here that will allow me to get those 2 in their respective spots. And then I just have to move this over here, allowing me to place that there, and then everything's lined up for me to get that last ice block into that last X. Got it! Like always, for solving a puzzle, you usually either have a way forward opened or get a treasure chest. This one has the Thor's Hammer, which apparently is a bow. Interesting how a hammer's a bow. May stun targets. Boosts the power of thunder skills. May cast spark arrow with certain skills. This, I believe, will be extremely useful in one of the later on areas. So I'm glad we got the chance to pick this up. Anyway, over here we have these guys. You're looking for the hammer? I heard that someone was using it in the factory to the east. I recommend exploring the rest of the town first, though. Don't rush your visit. You might even find some useful stuff in the graveyard to the west. Alright, thank you for the advice. And now we have something that requires a golden key. We did find a talisman on the wall, though, so that's the good news, but we won't be able to reach those other 2 treasure chests until we find ourselves a golden key. Luckily, we did get to see that there was a treasure chest back there. And I think that's it for this room. And then this guy has an interesting... not a guy. Helen. Our supply of holy water is running low. The church would appreciate it if you could bring us some. Now that I'm thinking about it, what quests could we solve at this time? That one, had I probably not used those for upgrades, probably could have used that. This one is also missing some things. Simon in the Crystal Caverns, I could actually bring him that and finish that quest at this time. So why don't we go and quick do that while we're here. Hey there, buddy. Hey man, I'm a traveling music teacher, but I'm not getting a lot of work around here. Right now I'm willing to work for a pack of beer. Okay, awesome. I shall teach you how to play the Song of My People. It heals your team and hurts your enemies. Oh yeah, power metal. That was a useful skill back in the previous game. The beer you got me, it wasn't very good. I mean, you get what you get sometimes, my man. That's all I can say. More materials to be found in here. These don't look very practical, and they're not even pleasing to look at. I guess I just don't like swords. Anyway, we have a weapons shop here where we can, of course, buy some weapons. So we have the army jacket and army helmet that was Lance's starting gear from the previous epic battle fantasy. We have, oh, we can't afford this anymore, the Red Vulcan, which may berserk targets, boosts the power of fire skills, may cast fire crystals with certain skills, counter attacks with flame shots, which I think that's a gun, I think. There's Epoch, which is also super expensive. We probably won't be able to afford that either. Golden Dragon may be a sword that I'll want, so let's buy that. Let's go ahead and buy the White Mage dress. This was one of the starter gears that you could have with Natalie. The Nurse hat, we can afford much earlier on in the game, which is interesting considering the fact that this was something that could only be found in the final area back in the previous game, which this boosts the power of healing spells, except I want to get these badges instead. This one's buffs defense when hit with a powerful attack. This one can boost accuracy, so that'll be useful. This one is Fenrir's Jaw, which is a bow that has some holy qualities to it. Drains HP from targets with certain skills. Boosts the power of holy skills. Counterattacks with normal attack. I think that one is a very useful ability, so we'll come back for the rest later. For now, I was mainly just interested in buying some stuff while we were here. Aha! Is this the shopkeeper's secret stash? Oh, come on, the owner is an innocent old man. No one with treasure is innocent. They either killed something for it or stole it. That's very disturbing to hear kind of ideology there, Matt. We have the Ice Needle Sword. May freeze targets, boosts the power of ice skills, may cast Tundra with certain skills. Oh, I saw something shiny back there. I'm glad I interacted with that. There's a snow creeper. What an explosive sculpture. I kind of like it. My goodness. We have another slight block puzzle here, it seems. So we're going to have to move some stuff out of the way here to get to this chest, which gives us the Freeze Badge Flare. Replaces weapon status effect with Freeze. That'll be useful with certain weapons, I think. Okay, we can't get past that yet. We don't have the hammer yet. Alright, before we go any farther, though, I do have a side quest I can... Oh, wait, no, I don't want medals. I want to look at quests again, just to be sure these others aren't activated. Okay, they aren't. But yeah, we can go back to Simon now that we've got the resources he needs. Where was Simon at in here? I don't know, these caverns are big, so it's gonna take some looking around for me to remember where he was at. Wasn't he like... Oh, he was literally right over here. Thanks a lot. With this kill, you should be able to cripple buffed up foes easily. We have a skill that I don't think I used very much back in Epic Battle Fantasy 3, known as the Giga Drill. Does more damage if the target has buff defense or magic defense, or is defending, and then titanium, an incredibly strong crafting material. I don't think I'm gonna pay too much attention to the crafting items, since, well, they're crafting items. Anyway, back in the village, there is still a lot we can do. So let's, did I talk to these guys yet? I don't think I did. I've been living in the wild for 20 years now, and have mastered many survival skills. I can craft you a helmet suited for a Viking berserker. How about it? Sure. Here you go. May the spirit of the wild beast live within you. So this is the Viking Helmet cast, which randomly causes the player wearing it to go berserk. Where am I? Oh dear. I love all this snow. It reminds me of my hometown. Anyway, me and my apprentice are visiting to see the Jewel of Whitefall. We can't seem to find it, though. How strange. We're pretty sure it was stolen recently. Did you see any suspicious activity around here? Wow, stolen? That's not good. We didn't see anything, but there's been a lot of cats sneaking around lately. Maybe they're up to something. Mia seems to like it here, but I don't. There's a bad vibe in the air. The smell of the factory is horrendous, and the local residents are all upset about the economy. Not only that, but we can't find the town's sacred jewel. Yeah, because it was stolen. That's what. Moving on here, there is still a decent amount to explore to the left in terms of both shops as well as NPCs. So moving on, let's start with over here. Whoa. Lance, stop staring at those high school girls over there. You're such... Yeah, that's not okay, Lance. Shh, don't start any incriminating rumors about me. People could actually believe that. Yeah, so... It's, yeah, some interesting dialogue options with some of these characters, for sure. In case you haven't noticed since, like, Epic Battle Fantasy 3. Kind of unoriginal, but it's alright. With the snowman. Anyway, what do these girls have to say? One girl we knew disappeared in the graveyard. They say she became a tree, but that's absurd. That's actually quite common for people to wander into the bad areas surrounding Greenwood Village. If you're trying to scare me, it's working. Lance, my long-lost love, I finally found you. Hikari, are you sure about that? What are you doing here? Don't jump between games like... Wait, was this character in Epic Battle Fantasy 3? I got kicked out of school for being too friendly with the guys, so I had to move to Whitefall. How have you been? You know, the usual. Been shooting stuff, killing things, upsetting people. That's nice. Want to go out for... We have to go now. Goodbye. There's a graveyard over there. We're not supposed to go there, but we still do. We tried to sneak into the tombs, but it looks like you'll need the hammer for that. So yeah, over here, we have the metal urn. I see dead people. Something tells me this area is completely optional. What a silly thing to say. If it has foes and treasures, then it's not optional. Yeah, especially if you're like me and you're wanting to go for that full completion. We have, ooh, very useful flare. The golden pentagram increases holy and weak resistance. This thing has some useful stat buffs when you level it up, so be sure to level it up from time to time. We cannot fully solve this block puzzle because the direction we have to push this block is being blocked by a stone that we're supposed to smash with the hammer. But since we don't have the hammer, we can't exactly do that yet. Another slime kitty over here, though, that we can use anytime to teleport. Do we have more bronze keys? No, we do not. Anyway, some new enemies over here. So with these enemies, we have... Go ahead and get the data for that. The Haunted Tree, an evil tree which uses poison and dark attacks. Has low evade, so it's highly weak to fire and holy attacks, so you'll definitely want to focus that on him. Let's see how the widespread attack does. Still not the most useful thing in the world, but still powerful. So let's cast a shine on one of them, which casts the weak status effect. That'll be useful in future fights. The weak status effect is very useful because it decreases magic and regular and magic attacks each turn. So that thing, it can be really powerful when you get it to that point. So be sure to level up that ability often. Alright, and then for this last guy, let's whip out Lance to get a high-powered attack in with the plasma shot. What's next? We have, of course, more trees, as well as, I think, some mushrooms now, which also gives us the weakened status effect, so we better be careful against these guys. And we get stunned, so we're definitely going to want to cast Purify here. If I remember correctly, I gave Purify to Anna, that's right. We're going to want to use that now. Because that was quite a bit we had to deal with there. And there's a lot going on here, so why don't we... I could whip Matt back out, because he has the widespread attacks. And since his weapon is still holy, the Heaven's Gate weapon, he'll definitely be very useful here. And of course, Natalie gets stunned. And Matt gets cursed, which, when you get cursed, happens to drain your attack power. Or no, it drains your defense. That's what curse does. So we're going to want to take these guys out quickly. What's these guys' resistance to bombs? Not too high, except they're not highly weak to bombs, though. So at this point, let's try taking them out one by one. Because, yeah, we're reaching that point where we need to start taking them out quickly. So these guys are... I'm at that point where I'm beginning to realize that they might be stronger than I thought. Oh, please tell me that guy gets stunned. Thank you. Except Matt's stunned now, so I can't use him. Luckily, everyone else here is not. So that gives me the opening to launch some attacks. Okay, fire at that guy. You cast a fireball on that tree over there. Then it should just take a simple regular attack to finish that guy off. Then we can just keep casting some regular attacks to easily take this guy out. Interesting. I remember Natalie's physical attacks usually being much weaker than that. Oh, the game undid all my puzzle work. I guess it goes back to that position until you solve the puzzle. Well, this will be useful. We have a slime bunny right here that can keep fixing our stuff. Rip, meow cat. Ming, you finally catch that little red light in heaven. Aw. Looks like we got ourselves a graveyard here. Looks like they never finished marking this one. Here lies Gandalf Ham, the Master Mage. Upon discovering the ultimate fire spell, he was promptly burned alive. Hey, that's hot. Ah. Last words. Next. I think this tree used to be a person who died a rather unpleasant death. It's a shame when this happens. So yeah, best we, well, obviously not die. At this time, I'm gonna quick save here. It's almost as if these worms went on a rampage through the waste disposal plant and ate all the weapons they could find. So this is actually a rather interesting return for those of you who recognize these guys from Epic Battle Fantasy 3. As soon as we get the data for it, we have the Evil Worm and the Evil Tail. So Evil Worm, a foul beast that lives deep underground, uses poison, bomb, and dark attacks, has low accuracy, may summon Evil Tails. Then the Evil Tails, a chunk that broke off from an Evil Worm, uses poison and earth attacks, may stun players, has low accuracy. So, yeah, these guys are going to be tough. I think it'll be... Oh, I already used Lance for this turn. What are these guys... okay, they have reasonable resistance to getting stunned, so let's not waste our time with that. And I'd say they're weak to earth and holy attacks as well as fire attacks, so let's go all out with the earth attacks. Specifically Gaia Bloom, since Gaia Bloom has the ability to make them tired. which is useful. So let's go with that, and focus specifically on the worms, since they're capable of dealing... since they're capable of summoning more tails. So we don't want them summoning any more tails. That's for sure. And Lance is already dangerously low on health, so let's go ahead and get him off the field. And cast some more attacks on the evil worms, because the tired status effect is extremely powerful. And then for Matt, what do we want to go with here? Because most of his other abilities are usually stronger, especially the fire one, yet dealing twice as much damage while only 50% more. I think... Wait a minute. 50% more, that's... No, I think Fume will still be a stronger attack. Damage-wise. We could always do some testing, and Natalie just got stunned. That's gonna be a problem. What was that? Yikes. 2 characters stunned. That's trouble. And one of them, of course, is one that has the Purify ability. So we might be in trouble here. So I think it's time to switch over and activate ourselves a Limit Break. Sandworms I can still eat, but I draw the line at these things. I won't even eat it cooked. Yeah, even though you tried eating one back in Epic Battle Fantasy 3, or Epic Battle Fantasy 2, and it ended up nearly killing you. Had it not been for the help of someone reviving you, you would have been gone for good. Alright, let's focus Earth attacks on all of them so they can all be tired. Okay, Lance is dead. So I'm going to want to get Natalie out here to get him revived. Oh wait, why did I get Lance off the field? Metal Urn, step over the... I did not mean to get Lance off the field. I meant to at least revive him first before keeping him completely off the field. Looks like the war isn't over yet. Nope, it's not. We still got a lot going here. So, let's see what the Light Blade is like. Okay, reasonable damage. Let's continue focusing some attacks as well on that tail down there. And, of course, Matt gets stunned. And Natalie's suffering some major damage. So let's hope this worm doesn't focus their attacks on Natalie next turn. Because we need to get Natalie off the field, except I can't because Matt's stunned. So I'm in a tight spot here. Why don't we have Natalie cast Heal More, since that's a useful healing move. Although it's pretty weak right now, so I might want to increase that later. To start, let's have Lance take out that tail, and have Anna keep trying to focus her attacks on the main worm. Because if that, as long as that worm remains on the field, it's capable of summoning more worms. Alright, we should have a chance at finishing it off now. That should do it. So now we can focus all our attacks on this evil tail up here, in which it should go down quickly. Although maybe I should have taken some time to heal the other guys. Thankfully, Anna had the Blessed status effect, so she didn't die. Alright, one more attack ought to do it, so this Shine should finish off that worm. This encounter was much tougher than I expected it to be. Luckily, we are right next to a Slime Bunny, which can instantly restore our stats, allowing us to go straight to the next encounter. Alright, ooh, those guys are very weak to, Actually, we never got to see Lance's, Airwave ability, so let's see what that's like at this time. I'm quite curious. Nearly half a damage. Okay, not bad, but, we could use some more useful abilities. I can stun the trees, and of course they don't get stunned. Nonetheless, they can still be burned. So that should take care of that one. These guys, I think, are mostly fire-themed. So we can just utilize fire-based attacks, I believe, and they should go out quickly. Well, no, these guys fire heals them. It's mainly holy abilities, which, yeah, should be easy to take them out then. So let's focus all out then on, let's say, actually, let's get Anna back out here. Even though I just put her away, because Anna's still a very useful party member. Mainly because I want to take out the rest of these guys here. And then, what does Lance have? Lance actually doesn't have anything useful, so let's bring out Matt instead. Because Matt has some powerful attacks like Geyser. Geyser's much stronger than Light Blade, so let's use Geyser on these guys. Really trying to focus their attacks towards Anna, so we're going to want to heal Anna this turn. Ooh, one hit. Let's go. Alright, this other one should go out rather quickly. It's been weakened, and this should finish it off. And once again, thanks to the convenience of the Slime Bunny, we can just be restored straight to full health. Alright, what other graves are here? Here lies Marcus Haggis, who suffered a heart attack after a severe potion overdose. One more for the road. Last words. The world is square. So that's the grave of a conspiracy theorist. Here lies Lewis McNugget, who drowned in the pool of healing. We told him not to go in there, but he wanted his quarter back. Son... His body couldn't take it. Wait, when it says son, we all know what that is. Is that referring to the actual guy like that we killed at the end of the first Epic Battle Fantasy? Or is that referring to his son, like Gohan? I really don't know. The writing on this grave is too faded to read. Meow. Nibbles was here, written at the bottom. We might end up turning into trees ourselves if we stay here too long. Alright, we won't be here too long. Here lies Link. Just Link. Okay. Alright, let's see what's up here. Okay, we have more enemies to deal with. I think this tree used to be a person who died. Okay, that's just the same thing. We have two guys over here. Arrgh, what's happening to me? Is this real life? Watch out, it's, I still don't know what that means. Hey you, I really need some help here. My sister is sick. Like, something's seriously wrong with her. Maybe it's because, of what we've been talking about just moments ago. This guy looks tough, so I'm gonna quick save my progress here. And I think I made the right choice, because we got ourselves some more of the worms. So let's cast that Tired status effect, and maybe for this battle, considering the fact that there's a second wave, why don't we prepare some defenses? So I get the feeling this might be a bit tough. Oh, yikes. It's a good thing I buffed the defenses, because... wow. Ooh, already off to a good start with the counters. Alright, let's utilize some more of... Let's actually this turn focus on taking out the bats. So those guys are a bit of an annoyance. And, oh, wait a minute. Are one of them already down? I think so. Yeah, I think we might... This deals... Nope, that barely wasn't enough damage. But yeah, next turn, that Evil Tail can go down. And luckily, Matt did not get stunned there. So... And... you can keep casting that. Matt, why don't you cast Light Blade to finish that one off. And Natalie, why don't you cast Heal More? Just to make sure we all remain well healed. This guy can deal some strong attacks if you're not careful. This guy's highly weak to fire, earth, and holy attacks, so let's keep casting that Gaia Bloom. And then next, focus, I think, all out on the holy attacks. And then I think Tremor should finish it off. Nope, it didn't. It's barely not. You shouldn't hit women or children. That's not nice. I don't think monsters can really listen to logical reasoning, Anna. I suggest we go ahead and take it down there. And we have more difficult opponents, so it's a good thing I kept Anna alive. So why don't we try and focus on taking out some of those other enemies. Most specifically, to get started, I'll go ahead and cast Tired on the worm again. And, of course, it fails. Which may be a bit of a problem here. Let's focus on these guys here. These guys can be a bit of an annoyance. That worm is still difficult to deal with, so let's make sure we deal with that worm. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Bit worried there, but no, we're good. Alright, keep trying to get the Tired effect on that worm. In the meantime, Natalie, you need to heal. And then we can cast a Geyser on... Let's actually go with this one, because Geyser's a high damage dealing attack. Uh-oh. It is not good for Natalie to get Berserk, because Natalie's staff damage is not very high in terms of melee attacks, because Natalie's designed to be like the mage character, so she's like all magic. So I'm going to need to get Natalie out of here for now. In the meantime, we still have a bunch of other attacks we can unleash. So for this turn, that's what I'm going to do. What can I unleash on these guys? Oh, that's right, we have Airwave. That'll take those guys out. Alright, keep trying to cast Tired on this guy, Natalie. There we go. Infectious diseases, gotta catch them all. Yikes, and oh dear, I think they have the Doom status effect, which it shows a limited number of turns remaining on the status effect. If that turn number runs out, these guys will get killed instantly. So, yeah, you'll want to get rid of that quickly. In the meantime, these guys are almost finished. So, why don't we cast a Fume. Nice going. Some basic melee attacks should be enough to... I was wrong. Let's just go ahead and quick finish off with the fire attack. And with that, we can now flip this switch over here, allowing us to open this door back into town. So that's a decent little shortcut, though kind of unnecessary considering the fact that we already had the slime bunnies allowing us to travel anywhere. So that one is, wait, achievement unlocked marathon runner. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right, there's one more area to the left we haven't checked out yet. I almost forgot. About over here. We have something that requires, I believe those are for silver keys. And 3 different enemies to deal with here. We can't do anything about the candles right now because, well... some of them are blocked by, of course, the key. One of them also blocked by some sacrifice. Sacrifice the user to inflict massive damage to the target. May kill targets instantly. So this one, not really the safest one to use. So there isn't really a whole lot we can do here outside of fighting a few more monsters. So yeah, that's what we're going to do at this time, is fight a few more monsters. This one looks pretty tough here. Let's see what this one's like. Because I know those other guys can get berserk if we're not careful. Let's see what these new bears are like. These, like, zombie bears. Undead bear. An undead predator which uses dark attacks. Goes berserk if hit by a powerful attack. Alright, once again, of course the other guys are out. Anna, I don't think is going to be very useful here, although Anna can still inflict the tired status effect. So I guess she's not completely useless here. But again, not the most useful here. So I'd say to get started, let's just start casting, try and get the tired status effect on as many as possible. And we'll see where it goes from there. And okay, that bear has the berserk. I just realized I forgot to maybe buff some defenses, which would be really useful against this bear that has berserk. So why don't we at this time bring out Matt and Natalie so we can get some stat buffs. And in the meantime, we can go ahead and have Anna keep trying to get tired on all these bears, decreasing their chances of being able to hit us. Because with it making it to where it's easier for us to hit them, and them having a smaller chance of landing hits on us, especially when it's a devastating, powerful attack. See, like that. That's really useful. Even though I didn't even have the status effect on them, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, let's just keep having Anna go around with this, and just keep getting everyone tired. Because, yeah, it's really powerful. Let's see if we can quickly take out this bear down here. Nope, not quite enough. Yikes, everyone is focusing their attacks on Matt right now. And Natalie is down. So I'm still gonna have Anna focus her attacks towards... Why don't we have her finish off that bear down there? I consider trying to go for one of the other bears, but no, I think it'd be best we get Natalie back on the field and go ahead and replace her with Lance. So Lance can cast fire attacks on that bear up there, which might be a bit of a risky move. But it's a move I'm willing to make. In the meantime, let's try and get that tired effect on this bear up here. And in the meantime, keep casting those fire attacks. Which, why don't we at this time eat a... Go ahead and eat this. I didn't even get to read what that says, but the whole party needs to heal. Because these guys are... Oh dear, I hope none of these other bears plan on attacking. We may be here a little while. Alright, come on now. We just need to take out that last bear up there. So if we can take that bear out, we'll be good. So why not, for this turn, activate a piercing shot to see if... And, oh, that was just barely not enough to take it out. And now, Matt's stunned. And with some rather dangerous status effects. Luckily, it's 5 full turns, so we still got plenty of time. We need to reactivate the tired status effects on these bears, though, because they're getting close to having it run out, and we really want to make sure we keep that low accuracy on them. So that's what's going to help us to victory here. See? They're reaching the point where their attacks can hardly hit us anymore. Allowing us the opportunity to go ahead and start finishing them off. One by one. Here, do we want to use Shine or Fireball? I think I want to use Shine here. On that one. Oh yeah, I forget that Shine also causes Weaken. So yeah, we're reaching that point of the game where we can unleash some really powerful attacks if we're good enough. So just hit him with our strongest attacks. And, okay, next turn, we should be able to finish it off. Man, this thing is going down. And lowered accuracy. Alright, that finishes it off. I would think we would have gotten more XP than that. Then again, it was only one wave. So I guess it makes sense why we didn't get that much. We do need some time to recover. So at this time, let's go ahead and, as always, take some time to get some of our skills leveled up. Ooh, we finally have enough for Gaia Blossom. This will be very useful, since it has the chance of making not just one target, but all targets tired, since it's similar to Gaia Bloom, except it attacks all targets. And I'd say in our current situation, while there's a few other useful abilities we could probably get with Anna, I think this will be the most useful one for her to learn. For sure. What else could we get with Anna, though, at this time? Seems with these abilities, we have enough to get Vines, and either Combo Shot or Soul Arrow. I believe Soul Arrow is a holy attack, a bit weaker than these other three, but still could be slightly useful. This is also Combo Shot, which accurate and powerful attack element, depend on current weapon, hits 3 times, so it's kind of like the Piercing Shot, except stronger. So that can be decently useful. And everyone's at full health now, so let's go ahead and save and get to our next battle. Yeah, this might be a pretty long episode because I chose to take quite a bit of time, and some of these enemies are pretty tough. So for this one, considering the power of these enemies, I'd say it'll probably be best we start with casting a Gaia Bloom on the bear. So, oh wait, I just realized I just wasted a perfectly good move, because I just remembered that, you know, Natalie has that power. Or no, Anna has the power to attack them all at once with Gaia Blossom. So I should start using that ability more now that I have it, because it'll help us a lot with, like, preventing our opponents from being able to hit us, because the chance of all of them getting tired is much more useful than only one enemy each turn getting tired. Just a little bit and that bear would have been finished. I am going to probably have to withdraw, or have to take a turn to revive someone this turn. Alright, to get started, Natalie, you revive Lance, and then get him off the field. Anna, you use Gaia Bloom on that one, because that one is not tired yet. Alright, then Matt. Matt can't do anything healing-wise to help there, but he can still activate... I forget about some of these other abilities. What's his current Unleash ability? Probably not anything too useful at the moment. Yeah, there we go. Again, he's not that tired yet, so didn't really see it take effect that much. But nonetheless, I'm just going to keep casting Gaia Blossom, thanks to its usefulness, and then let's focus on the main worm. Why don't we? Once that main worm goes down, it should be a smooth sailing after this. And of course, it's still one turn still alive. Well, anyway, that'll take them out, and this should finish off the tail. More XP. Okay, only one more battle where I can get that chest down there. Ooh, Dark Bauble, Dark Resistant Bauble. That, I think, has some usefulness. But yeah, after this encounter, I think we'll be done for this episode. We still have yet to check out the rest of the town, so there's still a lot we can do, and, like, still a lot I'm doing here. We could give Anna the Power Blast, because I know Matt, his best limit break will always be Cleaver, so I think Power Blast would be most useful with Anna. Alright, but let's go ahead and give Matt and the gang some other useful abilities, because they could use some new attacks. Starting with Matt, in terms of... Okay, we don't have enough for that limit break yet. We have to get the Holy Sword, so... Except I don't think I want that quite yet, so let's go ahead and also get Legend. Ooh, that's right, Power Metal. We're going to want to give Matt Power Metal, which prevents us from affording anything else. Nonetheless, still plenty of things we can get here. I think for last, why don't we get Spark leveled up, because Matt could use some stronger lightning attacks. Moving on to Natalie. Okay, actually, I feel like Lance could learn some more useful abilities now, because he can learn. Yeah, he can learn a lot of useful abilities here from like a lot. There's Crush, which can sometimes dispel the target. That can be useful. He can also learn Unload now. So he can learn quite a few things here. So why don't we start with having him learn... Let's have him learn Dark Shot and Flame Burst. And then we'll have him learn Plasma Wave next, because then that means Lance will now have some widespread attacks that we can start using. Ooh, right on the bear. Nice. Yeah, at this point, the widespread attacks are like going to be our most appreciated abilities. So let's check out that new power we have, the Flame Burst, which is a widespread flame attack that Lance can use. Like always, super useful. Ooh, almost took out the bear this in one move. Not quite, though. It'll take one more move. But yeah, that's a strong attack. What is going on outside? I hope everything's okay. Who am I kidding? That did not sound okay at all. Sounded like there was an argument going on of some kind. Alright, one more attack ought to finish him off. There we go. Of course, I saved the easiest encounter for last. We now have the Dark Gown Armor. Dark Resistant Dress. Buffs magic attack when hit by a powerful attack. Yeah, I think the Dark equipment here is like... It's kind of one of those abilities that has low defense but high attack power, so it's like kind of a risk-reward thing of you could easily face taking a lot of damage, but could also survive a lot. Anyway, back at Whitefall Town, I'm going to save here. So with that being said, we have made good progress this episode. This episode went quite long, I'll admit. And that's mainly because I wanted to finish that graveyard area up. I know there's still a lot more we can do there, because, again, we still need some keys, as well as, of course, the hammer, which we may get to next episode, depending on time. So with that being said, until next time, this is the Gamer of Gamers, and stay excellent, everyone.